Law school applicants, over here. You need to know these common mistakes that law school applicants typically make and how to dodge them because they are poison for your applications. Now, let's start with poison number 1, which is applying to the wrong schools. Applying to the wrong law schools has typically 2 primary causes. Number 1, you don't have a competitive profile for the law schools you are applying to based on raw stats, specifically your GPA and test score, and perhaps your full-time work experience. Number 2, you apply to schools where your goals and interests don't match the school's strength. What's the antidote to these application poisons? Homework and objectivity. Ideally, for most of the schools you apply to, you want to be close to or above the average GPA and LSAT or other acceptable test score. And unless there are some truly exceptional elements to your profile, you want to stay above the 25th percentile for both GPA and test score. To show alignment or fit with a given program, make sure that your goals and interests align with the school's strengths in curriculum, extracurricular activities, and placement. Again, some experience in the law just to show the schools that you know what you're getting into and serious about the field is also helpful, especially if the average age of matriculants is 24 or above at the schools you're aiming for. Apply in a timely manner, and you'll also avoid poison number 2, which is rushing and/or applying late. It is wise to submit your application as soon as possible after schools start processing them, provided you don't compromise the quality of your application. What is late? After January 1 is late for the more competitive programs. Many law schools evaluate applications as they come in and are giving out offers of admission and sometimes financial aid before you even submit if you apply late. At the same time, rushing to submit is a recipe for superficiality and sloppy mistakes. What's the antidote? Plan, start early, and proceed steadily. Plan to take your LSAT, GRE, or whatever test works for you and the schools you're applying to in the winter or spring before you want to submit your application. Once you know your score and can realistically decide where you want to apply, start working on your personal statement and the other written elements of the application. Finish them by the end of August at the latest. Then adapt as necessary for the specific application requirements of each school with the goal of submitting all the applications by Thanksgiving, if not earlier. Let's move on to number 3, which is writing a resume in prose instead of a personal statement. If your personal statement just repeats what's in your transcripts and work/activity history or resume, you are wasting your time and the AdCom's. The antidote? Make sure your personal statement tells the reader something they won't find in your resume or other parts of the application. Closely related to resumes in prose is the next application poison, and that is writing duplicative essays. You may be thinking, I only have to write one personal statement, so how can I write duplicative essays? Some schools will also ask for diversity addenda or essays. They may ask for a statement of purpose in addition to a personal statement. You may want to write an optional addendum if your grades took a hit during your junior year or some other year, or you have a period of unemployment after graduation. Some applicants are concerned about that drop in grades, and they write about it in their personal statement and in an optional addendum, and perhaps even in another place. That is application poison. Antidote: strategic approach to the law school application process. Start by making a list of those experiences, achievements, and motivations that you want the law schools to know about. Then, for each application, strategize how you will fit those most significant items into the application in such a way that minimizes or eliminates duplication. And then, use the rest of your application to write about your motivation for law school, your goals, and those positive seminal experiences that convinced you law school is for you. Related to duplicative writing is verbose writing that simply doesn't say much. Declarative statements without supporting evidence, or bland writing that makes you blend into the crowd of law school applicants. They all come under the label of boring writing that kills your application and causes you to blend into the gray mass of applicants. Choose the experiences that you want to include and start your essays at a point of tension or change in the story to grab the reader's attention. Then provide background and a resolution. In your conclusion, tie that story directly to the prompt and be clear and specific in your analysis of the story's significance to you. Poison number 6, sloppiness and not following directions. The cure for not following directions is pretty simple. Follow the directions and, to avoid sloppiness, proof. Proof the written materials by printing them out double or triple spaced. Read each essay or answer aloud, slowly, paying attention to the punctuation and spelling. Do it again until you have made sure that you fixed the original errors and didn't introduce new ones. Law school application poison number 7, resumes that ruin. Well, number 1, resumes that are filled with responsibility and tasks as opposed to achievement. Number 2, resumes that fail to quantify responsibility and contribution. Number 3, resumes that are replete with technical jargon. What's the antidote? Specifics and a focus on achievement. To avoid the first mistake I mentioned, focusing on tasks, you need to focus on your achievements and results, especially if your job title describes your responsibilities. Also, quantify as much as possible. Law school application poison number 8, letters of recommendation that flop. Letters of recommendation that flop can definitely doom a law school application. Most letters of recommendation are laudatory, so submitting one that is dispassionately cool or actually critical of you can be fatal. Antidote: seek recommendations from professors or supervisors who are 1. Enthusiastic about your candidacy, 2. Know you and your work well and in a professional or academic setting, and 3. Have the time to write the letter by your desired submission date. You now know the antidotes to prevent law school application poisons from sickening your law school applications. You're on your way. If you would like individual, custom, personalized guidance from knowledgeable, experienced law school admissions experts, explore Accepted Services and meet our team at accepted.com/law/services. You can even sign up for a free 30-minute consultation there. Good luck.